I am James ALOFS. This video shows 1 year of building an off-grid homestead on 40 acres of Canadian wilderness. The victories and the failures. It has been the most difficult thing that I have ever done, but also the most rewarding. My objective is to build such a glorious homestead that I attract a magnificent wife, have several military-grade babies, learn to hunt my own food, and raise a Swiss mountain dog. I'm a big city human growing up in Toronto and Los Angeles. I had never built anything in my life, not even a shed. In college, I studied Mandarin Chinese and business. My first career was as a brand manager on Pampers diapers at Procter & Gamble. It paid well, but working in a cubicle all day long was just not for me. After a bizarre chain of events due to my fluency in Mandarin, I had the chance to become a host of a nationally broadcast talk show in China. Now that was a fun career, but I never made much money doing it, to be honest. I did get one lucky break though, when Ford Motor Company recently hired me to be the bilingual host of a Backstreet Boys concert they were sponsoring in Philadelphia. It was live streamed into China to over 40 million people.
你们知道吗？我小的时候，其实我9岁的时候就有机会见到我们的 Backstreet Boys。我参加了他们的一个演唱会，在多伦多，在后台我见到了他们。You guys know this is my second time meeting you. I met you when I was 9 years old in Toronto.
Wow.
I was like this, looking up at you guys. So it's such an honor.
What happened? You got big.
You got taller than all of us, bro.
That's right. I drink a lot of milk, guys. I drink a lot of milk.
I made enough money off that event to finally pursue a lifelong dream, buying a piece of land to build an off-grid homestead. My home province of Ontario, Canada, is massive. It's the size of Texas and Montana combined. It's bigger than the country of France. I bought 40 acres in a deep valley with a glorious river running right through it. This part of central Ontario has giant ridgelines with rivers and waterfalls everywhere. Black bears, gray wolves, mountain lions, moose, white-tailed deer, wild turkeys, and many other forest spirits share the land. Unfortunately, banks in Ontario will not finance vacant rural land, so I had to pay the complete purchase price in cash, which took every last dollar of my savings. I left Toronto with an old Toyota Prius, a tent, 2 chainsaws, $0 in cash, and about $5,000 in credit card debt. But at least I owned my property outright. I arrived in late November 2023, the start of winter, the hardest possible time to start a cabin build. First building to tackle, a 12 by 16 foot guest cabin with a sleeping loft. If I don't get the foundation dug before the ground freezes, I'll be stuck until spring. Let's get right into it. Strength and honor, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy, somebody's dog, like a lab with a collar, ran over. He was very friendly. And now he's yelping and something is chasing him in that direction. This is the dog. Hey, buddy. Hey, where's your owner, buddy? Where's your owner? Huh? Whose dog is this? No. Whose dog is this? He's getting in my sleeping bag. What are you doing? Whoops. Voila. Base camp. 500-foot ridgeline, river at the base on this property. Next step, this whole path in here, this is about maybe 300 meters. I guess that's like 3 football fields out to where the little pad where I'm parking my car. I need to chainsaw and clear this out so that I can easily get my jet sled, which is the sled that I pull stuff in on. Oh, 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 oh. We have the morning coffee ground. This is my first time making cowboy coffee. Just put the grounds right at the top. So this is, I think, is the build spot, just at the base of this meadow here, looking that way up on the cliffside. I think where I'm going to build the main cabin, the main house, is down at the end of this peninsula here. I'm going to show you the view. You can see this. It pops out right here, and voila, here's the river. The river itself. It flows down. You can see the rapids over there, and then the river bends around, and it flows up that way. Moment of truth. Is the ground frozen or not? Hopefully she's gonna fit. What an upgrade. What an absolute beast of a tent. Look at that, man. 4 pads in. My buddy coming over helping me with the to do the leveling, because it's the first time I've done it. Make sure that I'm doing it right, doing it together, and that was a huge help. Also using his ATV to pull all this material back here. The concrete pier pads and the gravel saved me so much time. I can actually see that this thing is coming together. I got to excavate all the rest of the dirt in the middle, bring it down to the mineral soil, which is the sand, and then this site's prepped, baby. I think I'm going to be using mainly balsam fir and white spruce. They're both very straight generally. They're very plentiful here, and they're relatively easy to peel. Whoa. This is a white spruce. That's a balsam fir. Remember how I was talking about it was a rush against time to get the foundation dug and finished before the ground froze? This is completely frozen solid. This is maybe my favorite tree in the world, is an oak tree. That is a red oak. It's very tiny. It's only maybe 2 feet tall, but it's right on the edge of my trail here that comes into my build site. And it's totally being choked out by some of these trees right here. And I need to fell it in a way that does not crush this oak. But this property, as you can see, at least this part of it, It's very conifer dominant. It's all, it's mainly white spruce and balsam fir. So I really want to encourage this oak, this red oak, to grow up here. I believe the oak is the tree of Thor, the god Thor. So let's say, hail Thor, so that this tree doesn't get crushed. Mission accomplished. Is so bendy. Look at this. I can almost get it right down to the ground. Oh yeah, baby. Oh my God. 614, 614, perfectly square, first shot. SPQR, Senatus Publius K. Romanus, the Senate and people of Rome. My big inspiration for this build is, you know, Romulus and Remus, the two brothers raised by a mother she-wolf, raised in the wild like this wild homestead. Oh my God, it's working. Dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. May your dreams be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Whoa. This thing is 1,000 times better. Oh my Lord. Worth it. This is worth 70 bucks. The other drill bit that I was using, you see all these shavings that come out. That other drill bit does not bring those shavings up. So it was really difficult to get the drill head out of the hole after I finished drilling. So this is not only faster, it's going to save the juice on my batteries, which die very quickly out here in the cold. I don't know how to tell you guys this, but we're going to have to take down these walls. So I've discovered something. There's an error. There's an error in what I've been doing, and I need to restack all the logs. I'm going to explain this fully in the morning.
Yeehaw!
Bad news, the river's like almost completely frozen over. There's no way I can get in there this week, guys. It's just too cold out here. I'm not gonna do it this week. I apologize. Next week, okay? I'm gonna skip this week. Oh. 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 It's a flock of birds.
How I stack my logs incorrectly was this. These are my short sections, and these are my long sections. I stacked my parallel walls in the same directions, right? Bottoms to tops here, and bottoms to tops there. And the problem with this is, when you have tops on tops and bottoms on bottoms, that's a very flat surface looking from the side for the next level to lay on top of. But when you have a top hitting a butt or a butt hitting a top, looking from the side, there's going to be gaps here on these two corners once you lay the next layer on top. What I should have done, ladies and gentlemen, is I should have started my walls off in the opposite direction, parallel walls in the opposite direction, because you see this way, you've got butts on butts, tops on tops, butts on butts, tops on tops. This is the correct way to stack the logs, because then there is a flat surface for every level as you go up.
I don't know what to do. Should I rebuild it or should I just keep going? I'll ask my ancestors. Oh, ancestors! Should I rebuild the cabin from scratch, the walls, and fix this error? What say you? James, we are your ancestors from 10,000 BC, and we say, Ooga booga. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard our ancestors. They couldn't be more eloquent nor clear in their speech. Ooga booga. We're going to rebuild these walls.
Okay, guys, we're stripped off the top three layers. We're down to the bottom two. Good morning, folks. Minus 22. Coldest morning so far. Big smile on my face because I'm looking back at the cabin over there. And there's 4 levels up. Got to tack up the 5th level this morning. The logs are fitting together so nicely. It was the right thing to do. And thank God I discovered this problem when I was at level 5 and not at level 10.
Thor's Oak. I mean, what a fortuitous morning. Not only did we happen across Thor's Red Oak, but it happens to be Thursday, which is literally named after Thor. Thor's Day. Many people don't realize the names of the week in English are actually named after the Germanic or the Scandinavian gods. Literally, because the Anglo-Saxons, right? English is the modern dialect of the Anglish. That's the Angles and the Saxons, the two tribes that invaded England after the fall of the Roman Empire. And at that time, when they invaded England, they worshipped Thor, Odin, Freya, Frigg, all of those gods. So literally, Thursday is named after Thor, Thor's Day. "12-inch framing screw." My third ex-wife would love to drill one of these things right into my skull, I can tell you that. Whoa, that is so much easier than spiking. These things are amazing. So most of it is this like clean shaft, similar to the spikes I'm using. So this, right, this drills down, but the top logs are still able to slide on this part. So I'm still counter boring here, and so that there's room on top. But these things are only about $1.60 each. And I was confusing them for these ones because these screws are almost $9 each. And when you're using 16 screws or spikes per level, that very quickly becomes very costly. We have a temporary entrance, ladies and gentlemen. Holy Lord. Look how big these tracks are, man. So that's my hand beside those paw prints. (6'9". We've got the 12th layer here. We might need to harvest a 13th layer and then the ridge beams. Man, I could really use some help. Gods, can you send me any help today to help me finish off these walls and start the roof?
Ooga booga. I've been sent by the gods to help you harvest your trees.
Xander Budnick. I've been watching your videos since I was 2 years old. It's an honor to meet you, good sir.
Ooga booga.
Oh, my Lord. Oh.
Oh, that still looks blue rare. That looks delicious.
Yeah?
Xander? When Wild Homestead do what the people of Wild Homestead do.
Here, you try. This one's for Xander, and then we're just gonna put in a little
No.
You don't want this?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
What's it, dude? I thought you were hardcore.
Not that hardcore.
Okay.
Xander, this is the perfect tree.
Oh my God.
Isn't she beautiful?
It's so beautiful.
Are you excited?
I've never been more excited in my life.
Okay. She's going. She's going. Here we go. Oh!
Like a glove.
Yes! Perfect. Perfect. Uh-oh. Whoa! Whoa! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Wow! It was leading that way. Whoa! Nice!
Every time the wind whispers, I'll remember you.
Thanks.
Ooga booga.
Booga booga.
James.
Who's there?
Down here, you big oaf.
Who the hell are you?
It is I, Gundabad the Dwarf. My dwarven brothers and I are very entertained by what you are doing here on Wild Homestead, so we have made you a special magical gift.
Where the hell did you go?
Behind you and in the woods, good sir.
The outer walls are now 8 feet 7 inches tall, which is amazing for multiple reasons. One of which is now I've got much more room to play with in terms of where I'm setting the roof. My floor is going to take up 6 inches on the bottom, and then where I put the sleeping loft, the floor for the sleeping loft, that's going to be another 6 inches. Look at that, the last one. It turned out really nice. It's looking really flat. Holy cow, that is sturdy, man. Oh my God, that's not bad. Whoa! Here we go. Maple sap water coffee. Oh, good goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit A. These are all rabbit tracks all around here, right? Look where the rabbit stood up and chowed down right on Thor's red oak. I mean, at this size, a single rabbit could take out Thor's red oak, let alone if you have a white-tailed deer or a moose come by, in seconds, it could completely destroy this tree. What do you call a man without a beard? A woman. Almost all my neighbors in this area have 45-degree slope roofs, and one of the reasons for that is that this area gets an enormous amount of precipitation, both snow and rain. So with a roof this steep, what happens is the snow, 9 times out of 10, is just going to build up a little bit and then it's going to slide right off.
Oh, yeah.
So, what I've discovered is that all the boards are slightly askew in that they are angled ever so slightly this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna readjust that rafter so it's perfectly lines up straight with the edge of the plywood. I can just realign all the rafters off that one. Nice, 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 nice.
Thor's red oak. Thor's red oak. Hang in there, buddy. It's gonna be a rough night. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We got all the strapping up there. What like monotonous, repetitive work. I think it looks great. I think it's well worth the effort of doing the double crossover as opposed to putting the steel right into the roof. It's going to make it much more robust over the long term, rot proof, etc. I think this is the most awkward thing I've carried yet. These sheets are just super long. It's hard to show, but each one is about 12 feet long and 3 feet wide. But look at that matte black finish. This was 15% more.
than the glossy black.
Heck yeah, we got it all up.
We got it all up. Look at that, man. Both sides. Can you believe that's all crown land, man? That's like tens of thousands of acres of crown land. Many, many ridge lines before you get to any more private land over there. Houston, we have liftoff. We have liftoff. Red Oak. Thor's Red Oak. Those buds are popping. Nick Papa Giorgio. Holy crap, guys, got no water. Left all my water in the car last night. I'm just trying to keep the fire contained. I've been able to contain it right in there. I got most of my stuff out. I'm just throwing sand on it. The sand is actually working really well.
Did it start from the chimney?
Yeah. The flap, you know the flap that it covers the hole? Yeah. It's a Velcro thing. That thing caught fire. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the fire is contained. Honestly, my number one concern after I knew that the tent was a goner was containing the fire. Because if that spread out over this field and into this conifer forest, oh boy, everything would have burned. The whole property would have burned. My cabin could have burned down. So thank God, all of the sand that was from excavating my thunder hole was what basically contained the fire and put it out. You can see there's sand everywhere. Even this wood was catching on fire. At one point, the awning was catching on fire. And so I just took the whole awning and I threw it back into the fire. I, at one point, also was pulling out the tent, all the sides, because the top burned first. But then the tent was burning out here on the grass. So I threw all the rest of the tent inside. I was able to get all the explosive stuff, my computer, the drone, my keys. I never had a fire extinguisher because I thought if there was ever a fire, it's the winter, there's snow, but B, most importantly, I always have water, big jugs of water with me. And unfortunately, I left all my water jugs in the car last night. My gun is underneath over there. That's something, it was underneath. I was keeping a bunch of my clothes over there. All my clothes are burnt out. Honestly, I'm just happy that I didn't die. I'm happy that it was not my cabin. I'm gonna cut the Rhino Tough moisture barrier because what I actually want, as far as I can tell from my research, you want any heat and moisture that is venting up from inside where my insulation is going to be between my rafters. You actually want heat coming up and moisture coming up and escaping out of this venting. Oh my God, that's nice. Got the bear spray. Holy shit. Oh my God. Mother bear and her cub. That's like worst case scenario, man. this is pretty cool, is 700 feet of something called oakum. And oakum is an ancient technology. It's a hemp braided rope soaked in pine tar. And for eons, probably thousands of years, they used oakum to waterproof boats, right? So say you're making it out of a hardwood like oak, you would literally hammer the oakum in between the gaps in the boards to make it watertight. And you'd probably have to do it, redo it every year, but also for time immemorial for chinking on cabins. That's my Yeti mug. Ladies and gentlemen, Thor is with us. This thing has literally doubled in size. So this guy's fully dead, all the way to the top. What we're looking at right now is the future parking spot for my pickup truck. And it's kind of comes down here around the bend from the road, and you cannot see this at all, this space here. And as I've hired one of my neighbors, we're gonna work together early next week on Monday. That's a good start right there of shoring it up. You can see better on the inside. It actually drops down quite a bit here. You see there's not enough gravel around these guys, I think, to support them in the long term. You can see how much out from the stone, the gravel used to be just go straight down from the edge of that stone. So I think this is really gonna help solidify up. You can see the amount that I put in, and this is a lot. This is probably thousands and thousands of pounds of gravel. Oh, yeah. So I'm going with a boiled linseed oil, which is a really old-timey thing to use, compared to the petrochemical oil or water-based stains they have now. I'll probably have to apply it more often, but I just like the old-timey natural stuff. You don't have to worry about getting on your hands and stuff, you know what I mean? Go non-toxic as much as you can. So I figure leave it open, and I'm gonna put some 1/4-inch steel mesh to try to keep the critters out. And if I decide, later on I wanna fill it in, I can always fill it in. holds the gravel back and in place around the concrete pier pads, because there's quite a bit of gravel. Oh my God. Holy Moses. What the heck? Thank you, 3/4 inch cedar board. May the gods bless you. Whoa. Holy cow. Wow. So this is the magical insulation material that I've been talking about, guys. It's sheep's wool. I wanted to find an insulation material that was A, old-timey, and B, non-toxic. Highway to the danger zone. So nice to finally have the end of this roof done. It was a little tricky because this hardware is not made for a flared roof. I've yet to find a really satisfying solution to the problem. I did put the foam capping on the inside edge, which is apparently waterproof, and then I sealed it up with a bead of silicone, big glob of silicone all the way up and down. Check it out, guys. Look at that. Holy cowabunga. 2 neighbors, 2 tractors, both Mahindras. One with a backhoe, one with just a front loader bucket. But the entrance is curved. It's graded. It goes back to the pad there. You won't be able to see what's going on back there from the road. I cannot believe this. Holy cow. In total, this was 3 loads of the 2-inch minus, and then 2.5 loads of the grade A. The other half load of that grade A I used back at the cabin for the foundation. So it's looking good. Now, gotta let this sucker dry out. Hopefully it's not gonna rain tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll see if she's dry. I think you gotta do 2 coats of the stain. I think it said wait on the canister, it said wait 48 hours. So we'll do 1 coat this week, and then maybe at the start of next week, we'll do the 2nd coat. But then these things will be nice and seasoned, ready for the elements, ready for the snow, the ice, the rain, all comers. Would you look at that? We got a real window frame.
It's a mad sword.
Just floating down my own river in the Canadian wilderness. How did an Irishman like me get so lucky? I don't know. Only the gods know. Wow, that smells very interesting. I have never smelled that scent. I don't know if that's the hemp or the pine tar. Whoa, dude. That stuff is cool, man. I wonder what it looks like from the inside. That's nice, and you see there's undulation. It gets in there real nice. Dude. Are you kidding me? That is a pine marten. Dude, do not come over here, dude. Those guys are vicious. Oh, dude. So these pine martens are like mini wolverines, but they're absolutely ferocious. Like pound for pound, they're total psychopaths. I can hear him rumbling around back there. He's looking for those snowshoe hares, man. There's so many snowshoe hares around here. Dude. Oh my God. Dudes, did you see that? So you see, we can look right up the field at Thor's red oak down there. Got all 4 walls done. But look at that, it looks really good. This, honestly, this oakum on these logs that are now stained, it kind of gives me a ship vibe. It looks like very nautical to me.
Mr. James, it's been a long time.
It is I, Gundabad the Dwarf.
We will find you human assistance. We will send them via the dwarvish tunnels through the middle of the earth. Expect them tomorrow.
Outhouse first time. Okay.
Oh, hey, James.
Alexander Nick, what are you doing here?
Gundabird summoned me because he said you needed some tools.
Oh my, this is exactly what I need. The MSA 200. Wow. Now, how do you pronounce that name? Is it Still?
Stiel.
Stiel.
By the way, this also means wiener in German.
So guys, Alexander Nick, my very, very good buddy from college. We were on exchange together in China of all places. Man, it's so great to see you, buddy.
to see you too.
Have you used a chainsaw before?
Totally not. I can use a knife and fork.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect, dude. Oh, it's going. It's going.
Now it is. Yeah, good work.
Nice.
Timber!
Now that is a good camera angle.
Wow. Oh, in the middle, it's getting cooler.
Oh, yeah, it is.
She hates mosquitoes. Oh, really? So when we stay like in town, I'll get her like stepdad to come.
Oh. There we go. There we go, buddy. That was the right one to film on, man. Oh. Check it out. Another northern pike. This is bigger than the last one that I caught. Freshness of produce, 3 stars. Can you? Oh, what is that?
I'm gonna have to buy some more. They're half-inch staple. Okay, my friend, we'll just put this down here. Now, this river, this flows into Lake Huron. You want to take this to Niagara Falls, portage around Niagara Falls, Lake Ontario, into the Atlantic Ocean, and you should be able to find your way back to Europe from there.
Huron, Niagara Falls, Lake
Ontario,
Hamburg. Up the river. Easy, buddy.
Great to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Okay, let's get you going here. It's a big push off.
All right.
Safe travels. Go.
What about the paddle?
There's only one paddle. I got to keep the paddle. Safe travels, my friends. What a great guy. Xander Budnick, man. I'm so glad he could visit. He's just a solid guy. Hopefully he can visit again. Oh, yeah. Well, to me, it's cool doing the low door because it's, the Viking era. They used to build their doors short in the Viking era so that if people had to bend down to come in, you could chop their heads off, which is pretty cool. But the other reason is, in a lot of northern climates, it's standard practice to make short doors, like 5.5 foot tall doors, just to preserve heat. But you know what? I have literally banged my head on that door like 7 times already. So I was like, you know what? I got to put in the window. The final window, right, is into the door. I'm like, now's the time to replace the door. Whoa! Holy, right at the kayak. Oh my goodness. That's about 40% of the lumber that we have milled over at my neighbor's place. So we got the 1x here. We got the 2x there. We got all the 6x8 beams here covered under the limited steel that we have.
They're just such beautiful fish. The coloration on the fins, absolutely beautiful. Hello, Mr. Beaver. Good morning. How you doing, buddy? Whoa! Look at this! Oh my God! One of the teeth just fell out of the bottom. Oh, it just comes right off the ribs.
Whoa. I really wanted to have oak flooring. I didn't go for the solid oak flooring because that was about 25% more expensive. But this still has a layer of oak on the top, and then it's got several laminated layers of softwoods beneath. So you get all the benefits of having a hard floor. So this is much harder to scratch. Look at that. It's not super hard. Like, I'm glad we put that that underlayment, the Eco Cork underlayment. It was about $200, almost $200 with tax to do just this 12 by 16 feet. But I'm really glad because there's no noise. Like, there's the odd creak, but it looks good, folks. Nice. Moment of truth. Let's see what these logs look like in here. Oh, nice. Dude.
Yeah! Sophie Turner, take me to bed, love me forever.
Hello!
I see the silhouette of a little man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
So we're going to pick up the homestead dog tomorrow. The plan for the winter is this. We're basically going to be building all the outbuildings over the next 6 months of winter. And the critical thing is to get the foundations dug for all the outbuildings we want to build over the winter, basically by mid-December. In loose order, woodshed, outhouse, sauna, which is going to be down near the river, shed for the sawmill buildings that I hope to build over this winter. And with leading into in the spring, starting the construction on the main home out on the peninsula over there. Amazing. Wow, it burns so differently than my Northwoods, just, regular non-airtight stove.
Guys, that's coming from just up the river. Dude, they're so close. Oh, hello. Hello, Clovis. Clovis, the Swiss mountain dog.
He likes to he likes to bite my beard. No, we don't bite beards. We don't bite beards. So got some very disturbing news last night from two of my neighbors, a neighbor that I don't know, who's just up the river, maybe 2 or 3 kilometers from me. Remember when we were hearing that wolf pack that was howling, and his dog was wandering around outside, and there was this huge commotion. He went outside, couldn't find his dog. There was all this howling and barking, and the guy the next morning kind of found a blood trail, and then he found his dog's collar, a bunch of fur, and part of his dog's rib cage. When we get back to the homestead, I had some other plans this week, but we got to get up dog fencing. Hi. Hey. And then you shift down. It's even got a little lock. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's definitely the weakest point, but it's the only option we have for having a gate. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Good boy. Yeah. Good boy.
So the idea is the air can flow through all these little perforations in the aluminum soffit. Get up here, and remember we've got the 1.5 inch gaps in between every rafter. So when the insulation sits up there, cold air up over the top of the insulation, and then at the top we've got that vented ridge cap. It takes the moisture and the warm air right at the top. Okay, Jose, there we go. We got the 6 posts in for building numero 2 on the Wild Homestead, which is this gigantic woodshed. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hi. Good. These things are called rafter baffles. Yet another construction item that who even knew that there was such a thing. And it basically just, if you see, it goes all the way from that soffit hole, 1.5 inch tall soffit hole we got down there, all the way up to the vented ridge cap. They say every section leave open a few inch area here so that any moisture and stuff from in the surrounding area can get sucked into that cold air going up and then right out the top. Oh, nice.
Watch out. Watch out. At first, I was going to name it Nero's fire shed because, you know, Nero burned down Rome. But there's too much negative juju around Nero. And as Donald Trump would call him, he is a loser. Nero was a loser. And we don't want any losers being canonized here on the Wild Homestead. So I have decided to name this fire shed Musashi's Fire Shed. Musashi is one of my favorite books of all time. If you guys have not read it, it's amazing. It's set in medieval Japan during the whole samurai period. And Miyamoto Musashi was a real person. And this book, I think written in the 1910s or 1920s, is based on all the big real life building blocks of his life. He dueled, I think, something like 50 people, and he won every single time. He was an absolute menace. So this will be known as Musashi's Fire Shed. Wait, sit. Free dog. Whoa! Okay. This thing is a beast. Yes. Oh, yeah. Come on. That's gonna be a sweet deck, man. Oh, I won't be having any human children, but we're okay, Clovis. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The four corners, the 9 different posts, the river, and the beautiful view. Let us dig our first post hole here now. Yes. Oh, no. I was trying to rock it back and forth, and something snapped. Oh no, oh man. Tough because that's the perfect spot right in the middle. I'm even, you know what, I think we should just put a sono tube down there and then put the concrete right on top. King Clovis, is that tasty, buddy? What do you think?
perfect chewing head level. There we go. Holy Hades, ladies and gentlemen. This was the most laborious single project I think we've ever done here on Wild Homestead. You know, I felt this entire time like, man, I want to spend so much more time down here. It's so magical being down here at the river, hearing the waterfalls in the background, and this view is stunning. But I can tell you this, getting down, so we averaged 4 bags per pillar. So what's 4 times 9? That's 36 bags, 30 kilogram bags. That was a lot of labor. Now, if we could somehow find a way to get the ATV down here, or a tractor down here, maybe that would change the situation. But holy cowabunga. I mean, I'm looking at this view though. I think it's going to make all this work to do the sauna down here totally worth it. This is absolutely incredible. Hi, good boy. Good boy. Okay, sit. 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 Okay, good boy. This is where I'm thinking of putting the sawmill barn. That's a 26-foot ruler right there. The plan for the sawmill barn is to make a 30-footer, incorporating a bay that is 22 feet open on the front so that I can get up to a 20-foot log in on the sawmill. Dude. Oh, oh yeah, baby. Geez, the ground is still so warm. It's so soft, you know? I mean, the air today is about, I think, 0. So that's why this is all still flowing.
that's hot. Ladies and gents, this is just hot. It's gotta be 75 or 80 degrees in here. The warming blanket's going on the foundations here. I think we're doing good. The generator's firing. Now for the last foundation that we need to do is for the cabin extension. This is gonna involve a lot of digging. It's gonna be very cold very soon, so we need to dig this quickly, and it's a lot of digging. I don't know if I can do this by myself. You know, I think the best thing to do is to ask the gods for some help. Hopefully they can send us someone. Gods, please send us someone to help us dig the cabin extension foundation. The gods no longer favor us, ladies and gentlemen. They've sent us no one. I don't know if we can finish this cabin extension foundation in time. Adam Ruzzo!
The gods have sent me. I've come to help you dig your foundation.
Wow! Guys, this is my old buddy, famous Ontarian folk singer and log cabin builder, Adam Ruzzo. Long time no see, my friend.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad the gods have sent you. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, because I find there's no sticks to those things. You see these spikes?
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah, all right, see you later, man. I'm gonna fly away now. You take care. Hey, watch this. Abracadabra!
Look at that, just checking the alignment of the back row. I've got a 14-foot 2x6, and it's looking snug as a bug, ladies and gents. The posts are oriented correctly. And that's the first year on Wild Homestead, ladies and gentlemen. It was an absolutely wild ride. In my next weekly episode, which is next Saturday, I will be discussing my key learnings. Many things I think I would have done differently. So watch out for that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along for the future journey. And some of you might say, James, the first cabin's done. Isn't the journey over? Ladies and gents, that's step 1 of maybe 10. I got to do the cabin extension and install a functioning bathroom and shower. We have to finish the woodshed. We have to do a sawmill barn, the riverside sauna. We have to do a forest gym. We have to construct the main home. We have to attract a homestead wife, have several military-grade babies, raise Clovis, and learn how to hunt. There's at least 10 years worth of work ahead of us. This was the first one. I'm excited for the next 9. Welcome to Wild Homestead. If you take one thing from this video and channel, it's the following 9 words and 17 syllables. Ooga booga.